standard 12 by 12 stall. We were given 3 bags, and I like the amount of coverage that gave us. It's, you know, sort of the standard depth I would use, I think. It's probably about 3 inches deep. I might do more at a show, maybe 4 or 5 bags, you know, for extra deep bedding, but for standard stall coverage, I like this. So we're gonna set her loose on it and see what Kitty thinks. She's raring to go. All right, all right. I guess the first question a horse always asks, can I eat it? Okay, day 1. Kitty has made her usual concerted effort to trash the stall. You can see she's a big pacer. She kind of drops it and stirs it. I like that most of it has stayed pretty bright. We have our wet pile in the corner. We're about to find out how well all of this picks up and sifts. So it's a pretty fine bedding, which means you can really, if I can catch this, sifting one-handed, falls through really well, and I'm getting all these nice little poop chips that sometimes you can't get without wasting a ton of bedding. That's sifting really nicely, actually. Alright, let's see how this wet stuff is going on in here. So yeah, the stuff that's really soaked is pretty solidly clumped, so I can't really accidentally sift some stuff that's truly soaked. That's nice. A little bit of dry stuff coming out, but yeah, it's, you know, I can sift it pretty hard, but you can tell that's wet. And that needs to come out. So none of the wet stuff's gonna escape on you if you get a half and half scoop, I don't think. Let's try it. It's weird things horse people care about. There you go. So the dry side went through. Wet side stayed pretty well clumped on there. And here is the fully cleaned stall after the first cleaning, day 1. And when I say day 1, that's 24 hours thoroughbred on stall rest in here doing her worst. Usually I clean my stalls twice a day, but I wanted rigorous testing conditions, so the bedding is still deep. You know, I didn't pull a lot out. I definitely wouldn't feel the need to add any more at this point. Here's how much I pulled out. You can see there's not a you know, there's the wet stuff. There's not a ton of bedding waste. Like, there's a little bit stuck on there, but it's mostly wet stuff that came out. And you know, there's a few tiny chips because she really stirs it in. But we got everything out that can reasonably be sifted. And I'm pretty happy with it. So what I'll do is over the next few days, you know, I just had the 3 bags, so I'm not going to add anything else, and we'll just see how long these 3 bags last before I would feel the need to add more bedding to the stall. So we're several days in, and it is starting to sort of generally darken. This is when I would typically start pulling more bedding out, like sifting a little less aggressively in anticipation of a new bag. But for the sake of experimentation, we're just going to keep going, because there's still plenty of bedding in here. So we'll see how long it lasts. Still going strong. Alright, we're kind of at my caving point now. There is a lot of bedding, but it's damp. So I'm finally going to pull out a bunch and put in some more bedding. So now we know how many days this lasted, which was a long time. Okay, this is what she did to pine shavings in one night. This was a fresh bag. It is no longer a fresh bag.